Well, we got some great stories about the recent missions that Dan Smith and Friends of Mountain Rescue have been on, and now we got some tips for you to stay safe in our high alpine wilderness. What do we got for our viewers today, Dan?
The most interesting thing is you've been coming here a long time. You have your favorite trail. Well, if your favorite trail is up high, it's not your favorite trail anymore.
Yeah.
This last winter, we got a couple photos coming up here. We'll show you that the world is altered. Missouri Pass and Missouri Lake is one of the most popular hiking trails around, and now it's got old timber on it about a foot and a half in diameter that an avalanche took out, and the trail is somewhere down below that timber. Forest Service has cleared a lot of stuff out, but not quite enough. So you're going to get up there, you're going to hit a whole pile of timber. If you step through that timber, there's 5 feet of snow underneath it.
So you're just going to
So
sink.
you're just going to sink like a brick.
Yeah.
And you really don't want to do that. It's not very helpful. So, but other trails that you've hiked for years still have snow on them.
Yeah.
Or they have patches of snow, or stream crossings that you've done a bunny hop over for years now are 6 feet wide and you can't cross them. So you have to look at what you're doing, be very flexible. If you go up and it looks like terrain you don't like, turn around and go back.
Yeah, I don't think people understand just how much of an impact our heavy winter did.
Not to quote Talking Heads, but this ain't no party, this ain't no disco.
Yeah.
If you get up there and get yourself trapped, we're going to come get you, but you're going to be on your own for a while.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. We have these.
Yeah, this is
this is a new deal.
I was just checking these out, and yeah, you said you just added these to various outdoor stores.
We're putting them in most of the outdoor stores starting today, and you just pick one up. They're free. On this side, you've got some nice hints on what you ought to carry, what you ought to wear, and my personal favorite, remember, cotton kills. Don't wear cotton clothes.
Yeah.
It gets wet, it doesn't dry, and you get cold. Call 911 early. Don't call it often, just call it early. Some nice tips on the front side. On the back side is fill out this little card and leave it on your dash. It will help us find you if there's a problem. This is information we need, and if you haven't followed our advice and let someone you know where you're going, when you'll be back, what kind of equipment you're carrying, and tell them to call 911, this will do that for you. It's not as efficient, but it will work. So this is a good trick. This color we discovered trying to find people with a helicopter this week. Most people's clothing isn't visible from the air. Some yellows are. This is in summer. This color doesn't appear in nature anyplace.
Yeah, summer, winter,
winter, spring, fall.
Yeah.
This is about a 6 by 7 foot tarp. You lay that out on the ground, stick some sticks through the corners so the helicopter doesn't blow it away. We can see that from the air.
Even through like thick pine trees,
Well,
you can see that.
if we can see it better than we see people wearing camo.
Yeah.
Which please don't wear camo in the woods.
No.
It's not a good idea. So those are some of the many tricks. There are more on our website, vailmountainrescue.org. Think about this stuff. This is not Central Park. This is not a little park in St. Petersburg, Florida. This is the real world. And the real world can be really brutal if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah, there's no lifeguards, as it were, out in the wilderness.
Ain't no party, ain't no disco.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Dan. And remember, guys, this blue Mylar blanket, cheap, lightweight, great solution that can be seen from the air. There we go. We got some pictures of Missouri Lake up.
Missouri Lake up.
There we go.
That used to be a trail.
And below that is just 5 feet of snow.
And slush and water running, and not the trail you thought it was, and that was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It will be maybe a year before Forest Service can get all that cut out.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of work.
If you are getting out there and exploring the backcountry, remember the trails are not as you expect them to be right now. And pick up one of these cards, these helpful cards at your local wilderness store, and stay safe out in the backcountry. We're going to take a short break now, come back with more Good Morning Vail.